Looking for an iconic Cleveland music venue that features premier entertainment, spirits, and food? Well, look no further than the Brothers Lounge. They offer a variety of live entertainment acts weekly, along with a diverse selection of beer, wine, and fine spirits, not to mention Chef Wynn's food menu, which has been crafted with traditional American fare with a modern twist. So come on out and enjoy the warm hospitality and make some new friends right here in your backyard. For more information, head over to brotherslounge.com and check them out for yourself at 11609 Detroit Road. That's right near the border of Cleveland and Lakewood. The Brothers Lounge, proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
KeeOn Sports is the leader in Ohio high school athletic coverage in written, print, and video streaming. From the latest news and results and written content to the high school football game of the week every Friday, KeeOn Sports has you covered. The vision of 15-time published author Vince McKee has become the most trusted site in Ohio high school athletic news. From podcasts to player profiles, KeeOn Sports is your one-stop for all of it. Visit them today at KeeOnSports.com or on YouTube at KeeOn Sports. Check out their socials on Twitter and Facebook as well.
Please support the new Inside Edge Network by liking, subscribing, and following us on your favorite social media platforms. That's at Inside Edge Net across Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, X, and IG. And don't forget to download our new app over on Roku. And as always, thank you for supporting your favorite shows on the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader for news, talk, sports, entertainment, and mental health. Fanatics isn't just our name, it's who we are. Loyal, passionate fans, dedicated to our favorite teams and to the sports we love. That's why we're honored to be able to offer fans the world's largest collection of official sports apparel and sports jerseys from all leagues, teams, and players you love. We feature a wide selection of gear from every league, including the NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, and NCAA merchandise, which allows us to serve fans of football, baseball, hockey, basketball, lacrosse, soccer, golf, and everything else that gets your heart pumping. Go to InsideEdgeNetwork.com under our Partners section to find our link to check out all of what Fanatics has to offer. Fanatics, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Clean energy, bold flavors, no jitters. See why people won't shut up about Dubby. Whether you're starting your workday or getting ready to exercise, Dubby Energy helps you lock in and focus. Over 15 different flavors to choose from. Order Dubby Energy right now and find out more information by checking out our partners page on InsideEdgeNetwork.com. Also, use that promo code InsideEdge10 to receive 10% off your order. Dubby Energy, your energy-focused sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Discover our collection of handcrafted candles made with clean, minimal ingredients. Every product thoughtfully created in small batches, free from harmful toxins for mindful everyday indulgence. Imported coconut soy wax with natural wood wicks to offer long-lasting burn and rich fragrance. Find out more about Alley Rose Fragrances by checking out their link on our partners page at InsideEdgeNetwork.com. And if you're a first-time customer, use the promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Dine, drink, and dance at the premier spot in town. It's time to check out all of what our friends over at the Brothers Lounge have to offer. Everything from weekly live entertainment, a wide variety of different beers, wines, and spirits, and a nicely crafted American fare menu with a twist courtesy of Chef Wynn that'll make your mouth water. So, what are you waiting for? Head over to the Brothers Lounge at 11609 Detroit Road or check out their website, brotherslounge.com, to learn more about what you've been missing out on. Brothers Lounge, proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Whether searching for a baseball autograph by your favorite World Series slugger, a signed football by an iconic Hall of Famer, or the jersey of a world-famous soccer star, you've come to the right place. Here at SportsMemorabilia.com, the web's leading source for authentic sports memorabilia, you'll find more than 500,000 authentic products from nearly every professional sports league, team, and players. Not only will you find your next prized sports possession with ease, thanks to superb customer service and tremendous site experience, you'll have satisfaction and peace of mind that every product listed comes complete with a certificate of authenticity and is fully backed by the sportsmemorabilia.com lifetime authenticity guarantee. Check out sportsmemorabilia.com by heading over to the partners page on our website, InsideEdgeNetwork.com. SportsMemorabilia.com, proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Discover our collection of handcrafted body mists made with clean, minimal ingredients. They offer a natural alternative to synthetic fragrances, perfect for sensitive skin and those seeking clean, mindful self-care, and the perfect gift for you and your special someone. Learn more about all Ellie Rose Fragrances has to offer right now by clicking the link on our partner page at InsideEdgeNetwork.com. First-time customers use that promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. EllieRoseFragrances.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Moser Moments Photography is a husband and wife wedding photography team based in Cleveland, owned and operated by Inside Edge Network's very own Ryan Moser and his wife Hallie. For the past 10 years, they've captured more than 100 weddings across Northeast Ohio and beyond, always working together as a true two-person team. Their style centers on authentic, emotional storytelling, documenting the real moments between two people in love and creating images that feel natural, comfortable, and true to the couple. Rooted in Northeast Ohio, but inspired by their travels, Ryan and Hallie bring a warm, personal approach to every wedding day. Their work blends experience, consistency, and a genuine passion for helping couples relive their best day through timeless photography. Learn more by checking out Moser Moments Photography's link on our partners page at the InsideEdgeNetwork.com website. Moser Moments Photography, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Find us on InsideEdgeNetwork.com for the latest information on your favorite shows, personalities, and network partners. Plus, we have a merch shop. That's right, we have network polos, t-shirts, champion jackets, hats, and bottles. Rep the network. Every purchase supports independent sports and entertainment media. Thank you for your support from all of us here at the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader for news, talk, sports, entertainment, and mental health.
Hey, welcome in everybody to another episode of Real Talk with Papa Moon. Yep, you guessed it. I'm your host, Papa Moon. And on today's episode, we have the gentleman to my right, your left, Father Brown. We're going to talk about his story, and we're going to talk about his, I can't even talk today, I stutter. He's a first responder, but we're going to find out exactly what he does for first responders. So, welcome in, Father Brown.
Terrific. Great to be here.
I appreciate you coming in and, sitting down on the couch here with me and telling your story.
Real talk.
Real talk with Papa Moon. Yeah.
Right. Good.
So how's your day been?
Terrific. Good day. Summer's wrapping up, and I have a school at my parish, and we're getting ready to welcome the students back to school after Labor Day. Teachers come back next week. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we're later, but I love it.
I think that's what it used to be when I was a child. It was
I
always
don't
after
remember.
Labor Day.
I don't. How can you remember?
This is true. You are so true because my kids all went back before Labor Day. So.
Yeah. Well, Cleveland starts back next Monday, I believe.
Okay.
So, which is later for them too. Usually they're earlier, so it's all good.
What's the grades over there? I pretty sure let me get it right. Which parish is it? I don't want to say the
It's
wrong
called Mary
one.
Queen of Peace. We're a merged parish of Our Lady of Good Counsel and Corpus Christi in the Cleveland neighborhood of Old Brooklyn. The school is called Mary Queen of Peace School, and it's preschool through 8th grade.
Oh, wow. Okay. Nice.
So if you're looking for a good school for your kids, Mary
right.
Queen of Peace School, there's still time to get in.
There you go.
That's my little plug.
Absolutely. No,
Yeah,
absolutely. So for people watching that don't know who Father Brown is, give them a little bit of background.
I sure will. So I'm a Catholic priest, a Roman Catholic priest. I was ordained in 2006. I've been a priest for then approximately 20 years. So you may look at me and then think, gosh, either the priesthood has really aged him or he was ordained late in life. So you're going to be kind and you're going to say you're probably ordained late in life, and you're
Absolutely.
right. You're exactly right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I was ordained at the age of 40. what they call a delayed or a later vocation. So I was a little bit later, but for me, that was the best thing to do. I lived life really for the time before I entered the seminary, and I think it's made me a better priest today.
Yeah, more life experience per se, I guess.
I would say that, at least, again, for me. I can't speak for everybody else.
Exactly.
I can only speak for my own experiences. And I know that time before I was a priest has made me a better priest today.
Yeah, absolutely. So what exactly, I mean, what was a calling that brought you to become a priest?
Well, I was raised in a Catholic family, and I'm the youngest of 5 boys. I guess maybe one of us was bound to be a priest. I don't know. But I had thought about the priesthood when I was in college. I went to Ohio University for college. And my freshman year, I really was kind of torn. Like, I think I want to be a priest. I don't know what I want to do. The faith had always been very important to me. And for whatever reason, it wasn't the right time. And I applied to the seminary. I was accepted, and I didn't go for whatever reason. And then that call came back even louder in my early 30s. And it said, you know what, you got to give this a chance. You got to check this out and try it. So I was at a place where I felt like I could do that and just kind of give it a shot.
Okay, and here we are.
Here we are.
Where did you go to the seminary? Where is it at? I'm not
For the
familiar.
Diocese of Cleveland, the seminary is called St. Mary's Seminary. It's in Wycliffe.
Okay.
Yeah, so on the east side.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, I was unaware of that. I thought it was like maybe out of state or something like that.
No,
Okay.
local.
Okay, nice. And you said it was 2006.
I was ordained in 2006, so I was at the age of 40. So you can do the math. I've been a priest 20 years, right?
Okay. So when did you come to Mary, Queen of Peace?
I came there in 2010, so I've been there for 16 years. My first assignment after I was ordained was in Brecksville at a parish called St. Basil the Great.
Okay.
So, wealthy, not wealthy, somewhat affluent, suburban parish, huge, huge. And then at some point, I just felt like I wanted something simpler, and that's what kind of attracted me to the parish of Mary Queen of Peace. They just had merged, and I thought maybe I'd do like it's like prison time. I thought maybe I'd do like 12 years in the city and then go out to another suburban parish. I've been there 16 years. I don't plan on leaving. I don't want to leave. I love being in the city of Cleveland. I absolutely love it, and I wouldn't want to go out to the suburbs at this point. It's good for those guys who want to be out there. For me, I'm where God wants me to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
This is your calling.
I think so.
Yeah.
I do. I think so. I think that I think God has confirmed that for me on numerous occasions.
Nice. Okay, I like that. That's it sits it in your heart. You're like, this is exactly what I want.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Very happy. I'm very happy.
Okay. So I have a couple questions just
That's good.
because I forget off the top of my head. My son's a great interviewer.
Yeah.
He don't forget. But
Fire away.
yeah. So let's go ahead and explain to people what your dealings or your connection is with first responder.
Certainly. So my great-grandfather was killed in the line of duty when a long time ago. Of course, I never knew him. That was in 1917. He died. And it became kind of part of our family lore in some ways that we had, a member of our family who was killed in the line of duty who served as a Cleveland police officer. And that's always connected me to the Cleveland police. So when I got settled at my parish now, I think it was in 2016, right around the time that the Republican National Convention was here in Cleveland, I had expressed my interest in becoming a chaplain. They brought me on then, and I've been doing it ever since. So about 10 years with the Cleveland Division of Police as a chaplain. And it's great work. It's great work. I absolutely love it. It's in addition to my parish work, so I'm not paid for it. This is volunteer, but the rewards for me are immense. They're great.
Okay. So what is something you've learned about police? Because you also said you're a chaplain also for the Cleveland Fire, correct?
Cleveland Fire, I'm also their chaplain.
Was
yes.
that around about the same time?
No, I became chaplain for Cleveland Fire, maybe 3 or 4 years ago.
Oh, really?
2022, I think I became. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is something that you have learned about a police/fireman after stepping into the role that you didn't understand or know before?
That that they're they're just normal people who show up to their job every day, wanting to do good, wanting to help others. But there's no nefarious agenda. There's no, it's all there's a great spirit of service and altruism with them, and I think that's inherent. They all share that. I believe that they just want to help others and do good for others. The other thing that I've learned is that often police and fire are very good at hiding their own feelings and not expressing them as well. And so when you get a chance to talk with one of them and you really are able to dig into some things, they've got to be more than yes and no questions, because that's all they'll answer.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's I think it's also, I've experienced, it's also like a male thing a lot of times. And I've learned this doing this podcast. A lot of times men don't want to open up.
You're right.
They feel that if they do open up, they're ashamed.
That's right.
They're
You're
ashamed,
absolutely right.
and they shouldn't be.
No, not at all.
Shouldn't be ashamed or ask for that help.
Right. That's right.
So that's a big thing with men. Who takes care of the person who takes care of the first responders?
Who takes care of me?
That's right. Who takes care of you? Who takes care of them?
So I have a spiritual director that I meet with on a regular basis that I can talk about some spiritual things with as well. I can talk about them. And what's interesting is that probably my closest friends are guys that are retired from the police because we're the same age cohort. They're lucky they're retired. I'm still working, and I'll be working. I can't retire till I'm 75. I always say, probably could have chosen a little bit better there,
Yeah.
But I'll work till I'm 75. But those are the guys who keep me grounded, who I can bounce things off of, who provide me with a very objective perspective, both about police work, fire work, and parish work, just because knowing what it's like for the people in the pews too. So they're really invaluable to me. These guys are invaluable to me.
Yeah, absolutely. Bring in their insight on it for you. These are like retired Cleveland guys?
Yes.
Or just around?
Retired Cleveland guys. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I have a couple of friends that are retired off the job, and their perspective is definitely different.
Yes, absolutely.
It's definitely different.
Absolutely.
Okay. So let's. Well, you spoke on your grandfather already,
Yes.
and what is like an event, like it could be like a graduation, a retirement ceremony. Unfortunately, there's funerals, or maybe a hospital visit. What's something that stands out to you? What's one specific maybe event maybe it stands out to you?
Gosh,
Or is
there's
there
so many. I mean, so as a chaplain, I do a lot of what you had said, like the ceremonial events, the award ceremonies, the graduations. I also have done baptisms of children of officers or firefighters. I've done funerals for officers and firefighters as well, hospital visits, all of those things. So when you're talking about hospital visits, it reminds me, of course, that there's been twice in my time as a chaplain that I've given last rites to somebody. I go in to give last rites to somebody and they recovered. 3 times. No, it's 3 times. 3 times I've given last rites to somebody and they recovered. And they, the joke is, well, it didn't take, Father, So, but it was. That's really powerful to be able to be at that moment where you think this is their last moments on earth, and then they recover, and it's very powerful. That's powerful for me. The funerals are immensely powerful, especially of those who have been killed in the line of duty. Those have been some of the toughest experiences I've had as a priest, and it becomes, from the first moment when you're called to go to the hospital to the burial at the cemetery, becomes all consuming, and usually there's a week to a week and a half time span because there's a lot of pieces to put together, and it becomes all consuming, and it really can take its toll on me, and I'm absolutely aware of that. I acknowledge that. I know how much it can take out of me. And I am careful about, my self-care at those times. Amazing story. So in the summer of 2024, I had the funeral for Euclid police officer Jacob Durbin, who was killed in the line of duty. Very, very tragic and really a tough one. And it came right at the conclusion. The funeral, well, the killing happened right before Police Week started. The funeral happened at the end of Police Week. Tough week. And then in July of 2024, I had the funeral services for the Cleveland police officer Jameson Ritter. So within about 2 months, I had two really tough funerals, two really tough experiences to deal with. And I remember it was one night I was out walking my dog and my phone rings and I answer it and it's Grace Leon, who lost her husband in the line of duty 26 years ago, and she's really become an advocate for survivors. She is an absolutely amazing woman, probably one of the most amazing women I've ever met. And here's this woman who suffered this great tragedy in her life, calling to check on me. Wow. So powerful. That was so powerful for me that, Grace, who I respect so much and my heart still hurts for what she's gone through, and she was calling to check on me. So yeah, that's that sense of experience, that sense of those intense experiences. It's powerful, and it changes you.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Just seeing them on TV and I just don't know how they go through them.
Yeah.
It's has to be tough.
Yeah, it is. It's really difficult, and emotions are real high. And I like to think that I can at least provide a sense of stability and kind of somebody who's a little even keeled at those moments. That's what I try to do. I often say that the role of a chaplain is just to be in the ministry of presence. So when you get called to the hospital in the middle of the night for someone who's been shot in the line of duty, or somebody, the Cleveland firefighter Johnny Tetrick was hit by a car and killed. So, it's been police and fire. But when you're called to the hospital to do that, I've been there sometimes with, other chaplains, like, what do we do? What should we do? I said, we do nothing. We don't do anything. We just stand here and just be present, okay? And officers have told me years afterward, when I saw you at the hospital, that helped me immensely. Just seeing you there helped me.
Yeah.
And so that's what I have to say. That's my most important job as a chaplain, is just to be visible.
Yeah.
Not to say the right words all the time, not to do anything miraculous, right? Just to be there.
That support.
Absolutely.
And
that visible support. And again, it's unspoken, but that sign of support, that's what's so important.
Yeah. And I may be wrong, but I think sometimes maybe, like you said, just seeing you there, knowing that if they need you,
right,
you're there. You're
right
at there. They can reach out to you.
Absolutely, yes.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. Yeah. So, wow, that's tough. I mean, it's make me tear up just thinking about it, and having to go through something like that, because it's tough on everybody. And like you said, that was awesome that she reached out and checked in you, because it's tough on you as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll never forget that. It's just a simple act of kindness.
Yeah.
And so powerful.
I think that goes back to the question, who's taking care of the person who's taking. There you go. There's one.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's great.
Yeah, it really is.
Wow. All right. Well, let's. So, how do you deal? It may be, we may have touched on it, but how do you deal with carrying the pain of others?
It's not always easy, and I don't always recognize that I'm doing it, that I'm carrying that around. And I think that that's how it is for a lot of us. I don't think that we always recognize when we're carrying around like some deep hurts or some real pain. We don't see it. It's hard to see it in ourselves. And for myself, it becomes a matter of, again, that self-care. So definitely prayer for me really helps. And I'm not good in, people are like, oh, you're a priest, you talk to your congregation every week. But I'm not good in large crowds. I'm much better in smaller groups, one-on-one. And I know that about myself. And so seeking out those opportunities to just be in smaller groups, one-on-one with people, And then finally, at the end of the day, some of my best moments of self-reflection are when I'm out walking my dog. And I just walk my dog around my parking lot, big parking lot at the church. I walk my dog around the parking lot, and it's a great opportunity for self-reflection for me. So that's all important. But I mean, I'm honest. I mean, I know myself well enough. I've carried, sometimes I've carried that pain around for months, and acknowledging that it's there and getting rid of it are two different things.
Okay.
Yeah, two different things. And sometimes you just got to carry it for a little bit.
And I mean,
work through it.
Work through it, and just eventually you can get through it.
Well, you look at it with, time brings a whole sense of healing and perspective, and that's really powerful. But, sometimes you just got to carry that pain around with you. You just got to do that. Yeah. And as hard as that is, sometimes I think that's what God wants me to do, and I think that makes me a better chaplain and a better priest.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's it's hard. It's hard to bear your own pain, let alone somebody else's. So I commend you and I thank you.
I think
for that
we're
job
all
that you do.
Called. I think we're all called to, in imitation of Christ who carried his cross, right, up Calvary. I think we're all called to carry our crosses, and then we all have crosses. Every single one of us has crosses that we carry, and it's a matter of accepting that cross and carrying it, and then knowing when to ask for help. Just as well, it wasn't Jesus who asked for help, but it was certainly, he was provided with help as he carried his cross up Calvary.
Right. Exactly. Wow. So, what is something that we're gonna it's a little bit of Papa Talk Moon. I mean, Papa Talk Moon. I can't even talk. A little real talk with Papa Moon. It's what is something people find difficult to ask you, like as a priest. Like sometimes I think people have difficulty like approaching a police officer, approaching this. What is you feel like something that's difficult people have, to ask you? Find difficult?
Gosh, I think that's a very good question. What I guess I go to, the questions that my kids ask me in my school, right?
Yeah.
Because I think that they ask the questions that adults sometimes are afraid to ask. So it's a typical things like, where's your wife? Why aren't you married? Why can't you get married? All those types of things. Do you wear this get-up all the time? Do you have these clerics on all the time? Do you sleep in that? Where do you live? All those things. So the kids ask me a lot. They're very inquisitive. They ask me those questions, and I don't mind that. I don't mind talking about those things. I don't mind all that at all. So, I'm single. I can't get married. I took a vow of celibacy as a Catholic priest. I did date before I entered the seminary. Once I entered the seminary, I had to kind of figure out, I need to, focus in on what I wanted to do then. So, but I did date before that. I had girlfriends before that. I imagined my life to be, when I was younger, I thought I was going to be married, be a father with children. I thought all that. Have the nice house in the suburbs with, But that's not what God wanted. And you realize at some point, at least for me, I realized that what was my best way to get to heaven? How can I live my best life? And it was as a priest. Even though I wanted to be married, I wanted to have children. In retrospect, again, we see a lot of things in retrospect. I would have been a terrible husband. And I probably would have been not the best father. And I don't mean that to be in a way that I would have been like, abusive or demeaning. I don't. But I know myself. And I know that, like all of us, we can be selfish at times. I know that I tend to prioritize the work that I do, both as a priest and as a chaplain. And I know when I get kind of, invested into a project or a duty of my job that I'm all in and forget everything else. I'm not paying attention to other things.
Right.
So I'm not as attentive to those things that I should be, I would think, as a husband or father. So maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but that's what I believe. I know myself.
Right, exactly. So I thought that was kind of That's kind of funny how you said like the kids ask anything.
Oh, absolutely.
I thought about doing a show, having the kids on here, little
Good.
kids. The things the kids ask you just don't.
Yeah, they're great.
Well,
They're
like-
really great.
That's a good question, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, after everything you've experienced, what does hope mean to you?
Gosh, what does hope mean for me? It's a great question. I think we all have to have hope. And I think that, here's my thoughts on hope. What does hope mean for me? It means seeing the sunrise every morning. That's what hope is. And now, oh boy, we're in mid-August. My first mass on weekdays at the church is at 6:15 a.m. So I usually get out the door about 10 to 6, sometimes 6. If I sleep in a tiny bit, I try to get up about 5 or so, 5:30. Say some prayers beforehand and get over to the church. But it's dark now when you get out the door. And just like a month and a half ago, it was light. The sun was always beautiful. So I'm not liking this, but that sun is always a sign of hope to me. But I think we have to have hope. We have to recognize that things are always going to get better. And I tell people that all the time. And that's where I believe that those people who die by suicide, who end up taking their own lives, get to a point in their lives where they think things are never going to get to be better. Whatever it is, that pain they're carrying around or the situation that they're in is never going to improve. That pain's never going to lessen. It's never going to decrease. And they just see that as the best way out. But things always get better. They always get better.
Yeah. And
we can, look at our own lives. I mean, there have been times in my life where I say, oh boy, I'm in a tough way here, and I don't know what I can do, but they get better. They always get better. So that's what hope is. It's just that recognition that where you are now is not where you're always going to be.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. There's always better. Always.
Absolutely.
Always better. So we've talked about you're becoming the priest, doing the firefighter stuff. You're at the school with the kids.
Yes.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's great.
So, what does Father Brown do outside of being Father Brown? Like what do you do for your relaxation?
Gosh, so I used to. I mean, again, I used to have a lot more like focused hobbies. I don't have them as much anymore, but I used to be an amateur winemaker. That was fun. Like they said, oh well, Jesus could just turn water into wine. Well, I can't do that, but I would. I was an amateur winemaker for a while. Now I've had this carboy on my counter in my kitchen for about 6 months. I got to do something with that. Either clear it and then bottle it, but I don't even know how good it is anymore. So so I kind of do a little bit with that. That kind of takes my mind out of things. I like going for walks. I really do. That really just helps me to clear my head. There's so much value to just getting out where you are at that moment. And when I'm sitting at my desk and I said I can get like tunnel vision on a project. Sometimes I got to say, all right, I got to go. I got to walk outside. I got to do something. That's the great thing about a dog, really, is that a dog will tell you, like, hey, take a break, get me out. So I love that. So that, getting together with friends, I like that a lot. I enjoy that. I played golf twice this summer, which is more than I've done probably in the last several years. I'm an awful golfer, terrible. I played in a couple outings. I had a blast.
Okay.
So those types of things.
I don't think it's about being good. It's, like you said, it's just about being out and being with friends.
Absolutely.
We're not PGA.
No, not even close. Not even close.
Yeah, you're probably a lot closer than I am, but
No.
My golfing experiences. I go down here to Top Flight.
Yeah.
And just hit the ball as hard as I can hit it.
Yeah.
It's a great release. Just going out there, hit the ball as hard as you can hit it.
We need something at times to direct all of our attention toward, so then the other parts of our brain can kind of rest for a second. And just that part of our brain that is focused on that tiny little white ball and trying to hit that white ball, it's healing. It's really healing.
Yeah, absolutely. So, favorite Cleveland sports team?
Oh gosh. I was Guardians / Indians all the way for years and years. The problem that's happened for me with the Guardians now, I don't have cable where I live, and so I just have an antenna. I can't watch them. I can listen to them on the radio, yeah, but I can't watch them, and that's frustrating to me. So I don't know as much. I don't know all the players like I used to, and that's been frustrating for me. So probably, as awful as they are, it's probably the Browns. I love watching the Browns. I love Sunday football. It's great. It's just it's part of who we are as Clevelanders. You root for the Browns, whether they're in Cleveland, whether they're in Brook Park. There are Browns still, and I'll continue to watch them, complain about them, agonize over them, shut the TV off numerous times during the game, but I still root for them at the end of the day.
Yeah. I usually come down to the last field goal to win the game. I'll go hide.
Yes, absolutely. I can't do this.
I don't want. I'll tell my son. I'll be like, just tell me if they get it or not. I said,
yeah, I can't do it.
It's easier to take it if you tell me than watching it.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Yeah. Oh, the Cavs. I mean,
they're fun to watch too.
Yeah,
they're fun to watch too. And I've said this, and I don't want anyone to get mad at me, but I have said that this summer is the first time in my life I've ever watched WNBA games. And I kind of enjoyed them. I really think there's a lot of controversy now. They're in the news a lot, it's great marketing for them.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm watching Indiana Fever games, and I'm really enjoying that.
Yeah.
They're fun to watch. They're really fun to watch. And I never thought I'd be like that. I never thought I'd say that. So don't get mad at me. Just I'm just watching it now. Okay.
But and I'll be honest with you, because back when you first came into existence, Cleveland had a team.
Yeah.
And don't get mad at me, but it was like watching paint dry.
Yes.
But the leaps and bounds they've made.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're absolutely right. They're amazing to watch.
They really are, and it's just fun. It's just I think they're fun, and of course the media has built up these rivalries and these personalities, and that's good for the sport. I think it's great for the sport.
Yeah, absolutely. My oldest son, Eli, my producer, he wrestled in high school.
Oh, nice.
And they never had a place for women or girls. Mm. Now they do, and I'm telling you what, I'd rather watch the girls wrestle than the boys, because they are so amazing to watch. They're really scrappy.
Yeah, I bet they are.
They're good at what they do. They're good.
Well, and they have to rely more on technique than strength, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
A good friend of mine, Dwayne Borders.
Oh yeah, I know Dwayne. Yeah.
I know him I have a bunch of friends in Brook Park.
Yeah.
We used to hang out all the time, and that's how I met Dwayne.
His daughter.
His daughter.
Yeah.
2 years, never scored on.
Yeah, I know. She's going to be a college wrestler.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, really amazing.
So that's great. Cleveland guilty pleasure food, like a Cleveland staple food for you.
Well, I mean, to me, I'm a sucker for hot dogs. I love hot dogs. Best hot dog in the city. Where is it?
Yes.
Johnny Hot Dogs at the West Side Market.
Really?
Yeah, Johnny Hot Dogs at the West Side Market. The best hot dogs in the city. They're great. And I usually I get it with ketchup and mustard. That's usually it. And I know ketchup. Get mad at me again. I don't care. But Johnny Hot Dogs. It's right when you walk in the door. There's at the southwest entrance off 25th. You walk in. He's right there at the door. He's got his grill there. Best hot dogs in the city.
I know where you're at now. Okay. And look, I'm trying to picture it in my head. I'm like, South. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah. I love hot dogs. Yeah. And I've never had it.
Oh, so great.
I'm going now.
Yeah, they're terrific. You'll thank me.
I'm going to get a hold of you and thank you. I promise I will. Yeah. Oh, I love hot dogs. Mm-hmm. It's funny because a couple of people have asked that. You know what they say? Slimans.
Well, I like Slimans too. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. It's not bad. I like it.
But no, I enjoy getting the different answers. I don't want the same one all the time. So, now I have somewhere to go, too.
Right.
Besides the same one.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Well, I tell you what, before we wrap this up, I would like for you to say something inspirational, educational, or just give a powerful message to everyone watching. And just take a look at the camera, give them something good.
Absolutely. So I think that as humans, we have the most difficult time in accepting that we have a God who loves us very much. And too many of us carry around this sense of poor self-worth. We don't think as much of ourselves. We don't think we're worthy of God's love. But let me tell you, you are. You are so worthy of God's love. We all are. And we have to acknowledge and accept that there is nothing about us that makes God love us any less. Even when we screw up, even when we do dumb things, God continues to love us. So that's my prayer for everybody who may be listening or watching today, is that in some small way that you recognize and realize how much God loves you.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So, as y'all well everyone knows, first of all, I want to thank Father Brown for coming in. I want to thank you for without you guys, we couldn't do this. Without our sponsors, we couldn't do this. As you well know, I'm big on mental health. If you're in a dark spot, you're going through something, please reach out to a friend, family. Reach out to me. 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, I'll answer. I promise. You may have to call me 5, 6 times. Unfortunately, I'm a hard sleeper, but I'll answer your call. You are important. You do matter, and we want you around. So, with that being said, stay real, stay kind, and remember, your voice and every voice matters. Love you guys.